Hi and welcome to episode 92 of the Made in the Air podcast. My name is Fee and it's Sunday again, which is, we all love Sundays, don't we? Anyway, I'm trying to see if this lighting works because it's only getting darker. That's just the nature of the beast, and yeah, so far so good. Anyway, let's talk about some knitting, shall we? I am wearing my completed Vinterskov, which is just so lovely and warm and cozy and just the way I wanted it. I am having a bit of a mental struggle with it being oversized, but I'm used to fitted things. I am wearing it over a dress right now, so yeah. So it doesn't feel as oversized somehow. Still looks it, but it doesn't feel as bad. I could probably easily go down a size, but I feel like that would have been a different vibe to the jumper. As I said, this is a Vinterskov by Karie Westermann, and the yarn is Hjelholt, Uldspinderdi, Håndværksgarn in the colorway 22, that's the yellowy mustardy color, and 01 for the white. Yeah, enjoyable knit once you get into it. It is knit on a, I want to say size 5mm needle. I think that's right. So it's fairly quick. It's a very toothy yarn, so it does tend to stick to itself. So yeah. Modifications. Well, the sleeves obviously, because I know she has full length sleeves in her pattern, and it might seem a little bit odd for a cozy big jumper to have 3/4 length sleeves, but that's how I like to wear it. Well, wear most of my jumpers. I did add 5 extra stitches to each of the sleeves, which works out to 1 pattern repeat across. Just because I wanted it a bit roomier and relaxed in these sleeves, to sort of mimic the body of it. Yeah. The yarn will soften with wear, I've been told. It is a bit of on the scratchy side on the areas of my body where I don't usually wear anything scratchy. Mainly around the neck. But I don't find it to be a problem when wearing a top underneath, or a t-shirt underneath. So until I feel it softens up enough, that's just what I'll do. It's a winter garment. It should be in the name because it is called Vinterskov. So if I had used a smoother yarn, it might not feel as heavy, isn't the word, but cozy, warm. It's like this big woolly hug. And yeah, but with a different yarn it might feel different, but I just love the way this yarn takes to color work. I mean, I didn't even block this, I just washed it and laid it out flat. Well, flattish, I just put it on my drying rack, so it wasn't as flat as it could have been, but yeah. Really enjoyed the pattern, really enjoyed the knitting. Would probably consider knitting it again in a different yarn, in a different color. But there's something about this combination of the colors and the design that just works. And this might be down to it being Karie who has designed it, and she chose the colors, and it's a color that one, I really love. Two, I think suits me. And actually I don't care if it does. I'm not wearing it. And also I really associate it with Karie. That and turquoise. Because we joked that we should just give our stash to the other person. Because we both like the same stuff. So yeah. Highly recommend the pattern. Do take note of the advice given on sizing depending on your chest measurement or your bra cup really in the pattern, because if I were to knit this to my bust measurement I would have had to go up another size, and as I said I could easily have gone down a size for a more fitted look, and well, the rest of the body of the garment will reflect the finished bust size. So just take note. Yeah. So finished one thing should probably, might be a good idea to I finished the mittens last week. Don't remember. Finished those if I didn't last week, but I already passed them on to Kirsten. Yeah. So really I should have been working on my edge wale tank, but I haven't been feeling that, so I haven't. Instead I cast on for something else. First thing, which is actually my last cast on, is this. It's out of, let's see, I don't think this will work because of the lighting and everything, but I can tell you that it is Garn Royal Royal Cotton 8/4. So it's a fingering weight cotton. And it's clearly yellow. It is yellow. Look, yellow. And this is most of one pant leg for a pair of pants. And I'm blanking on the name of the designer right now. I think it might be Susie Haumann, I think. And yeah, it's for Girl's baby, so she provided the yarn, I provide the knitting and the patterns. And this is the 6 to 12 month size, so I don't know. I think it looks big, because it is big. But yeah, babies. They come in all squishy sizes. But this is just, I was manning the International Citizen Service this Thursday, so I had just cast this on and done the ribbing in order to be able to have something to work on down there if it turned out to be a slow day. It wasn't a slow day. It wasn't overly busy either, but the ones I did have took extra time, so yeah. So I just have most of one leg. there will be 2 legs, I promise, and some diaper coverage. But yeah, just a small project to have on the go. And then I thought, well, it is November. November means Nanny Swimo. Part of me wanted to do Nanny Swimo because part of me is really mad. But yeah, Nanny Swimo is where you knit a jumper in a month. And there is a group, and the group has really, it dictates what you're supposed to be doing and how much knitting you're supposed to have done before X date. Well, the date being November 30th. And I think it's like 42,000 stitches or something. I didn't want to do all the rules and everything, but I did cast on something, and as it is today, if I change my calendar, it is, sorry about the noise, it is November the 11th, which is Singles Day in, I don't know if it's just China. Well, I think someone's trying to get it to Denmark, sort of like Black Friday, only I heard a reporter saying that, oh, it's Singles Day today, so happy day, all singles. And it's like, maybe just check up on what Singles Day is. Because Singles Day is not for singles. Anyway, it is November 11th, so I don't have enough progress on this to actually call it a Nanny Swimo project, but here you go. This is the So Faded by Andrea Mowry, and the yarn is by Olann, and look at it glow. I have actually transitioned from this top color here and into the second colorway. So this is my first color. That's just so blown out by the light. Yeah, it is a white based speckle with blue, red, brownish and a bit of black speckles in it. And yeah, first color, which I don't remember the name of. Did I put it there? Put the label in here. It's the Sock Light, and this is the Willow colorway. And shows it a bit better, but yeah. And I transitioned into this, which has a bit more of a pinkish tone to the base. This is called Ghost Rider. And it introduces some golden tones and a bit more of a purpley reddish colour. So yeah, I've only knit a couple of rows of this, so have a lot more knitting to do. And as you can see, I'm still doing the raglan increases for this, and it needs a whole lot of more work, which is sort of why I cast on this, knit for a bit, and then realised that this wouldn't be finished in November, so might as well not try to make it a Nanny Swimo project. Even though in the back of my head it's like, oh, it's Nanny Swimo, it's my Nanny Swimo project. So I cast on something else, as you do. And the reason for casting this on is actually because I really wanted to do it last year when there was a knit along, but I didn't. Don't remember why I didn't. I just think I never got around to casting it on. And this is the yarn I'm using. This is Wollmeise Merino DK in Erbse, which is just pea. And it is a pea green colour. And the thing I cast on with this, and I always knew it was going to be this yarn, even though my gauge is off, so I'm knitting a size up to get the size I want. And this is what I'm knitting. This is Julgran by Andi Satterlund, and it has the center Christmas tree. It will be a proper Christmas tree once I finish with it, because I'm going to decorate it. It's a clever design, just using increases and decreases and a bit of cabling. And as you can tell, I'm pretty far with this project comparatively, because it's a crop top, so I'm already pretty far, I think. The sizing should work out. It's a bit hard for me to tell on these small needles. Well, not small, but the circumference is smallish. I should probably do the wise thing and put an additional needle on it, just to try it out. Other than the gauge, I haven't done any modifications to this. So yeah, it will be a tight fitted garment, which is probably why it feels small compared to what I'm wearing, because what I'm wearing is oversized. So I've actually stopped looking at the chart for the Christmas tree, because it's the same. It's basically the same thing you go through over and over, just adding stitches. So there is that, and I do know I do have the two edges marked off for when the motif stops. So yeah, should be fine. But now I'm really wondering if it's big enough. I'll be really annoyed if it's not. But yeah, that is everything. I did mail out the Abigail Weasley jumper yesterday. And I shouldn't admit this, but and I know that's 2 weeks after I finished it. Hush. But I ordered some posters that I'm going to put up in my hall. I say hall, it's the entryway. And it's 3 posters. One is, 2 of them are graphic design posters representing Aarhus, where I live now, and Funen, where I grew up. And the last one is a line drawing of the map of Stenstrup, where I was born and raised, where my parents still live. And they were all going to a gearless shop. What's that? Global Logistics Services, something like that. And I thought, okay, I need to drop off the package, which was going with Dale, which is a Danish distribution company, but they also now ship out to, or have for a while, ship out to, I think it's 23 countries throughout Europe. Might not be limited to 23 countries. And it's much cheaper than going with the PostNord. PostNord wanted 108 kroners and they wanted 69 kroners for the, well, not for the same service, because I actually get tracking and I get updates via email or text message, whatever I decide. Whereas if I had sent it as a letter with PostNord, I just had to hope that Abby would contact me when she gets it, if she gets it. And with Dale, it's also insured. Don't know how they'll determine the price, but it's insured. So yeah. And in my mind, the location for where I needed to pick up my posters and the location where I had to drop off the jumper were in the same building. It's in a shopping centre. And so I dropped off the jumper, went to pick up my posters, took my little number and waited. And before my number was called, I was like, okay, I'd better check. Better get up the text messages telling me where to pick up my posters. Which I did. And I was standing in a Footex. And the text messages clearly said I had to be in quickly, which is not in the same building. It's 15 minutes in the opposite direction from my flat to where I was. So yeah, as I quickly scrunched up my number and left, I heard my number being called. So I didn't embarrass myself by actually going in and saying, oh, I'm picking up something. But yeah. I had to laugh at myself because actually, if I'd thought about it, I would have known that it's not the same location. But what can you do? Anyway, it's Sunday. I'm going to just relax, enjoy myself, do a bit of knitting, see how far I get on anything. I need to find my little progress piggy, see where I put it. But yeah, next week will be the 18th of November, which means it will be Fiberfolk Aarhus, which I'm going to. Don't know what to expect, but it looks like it could be interesting. Looks like it could be costly. My only plan is to find yarn for the Magnolia pattern by Camilla Vell. Don't know what I want. That's my only goal. So because that starts around, I think it starts at 10. I am probably going to leave off recording until I get back, so you get the purchases as fresh as possible. And because, well, it's easier for me. And seeing as the lighting will be whatever it is, doesn't really matter when in the day I record, it seems. But yeah, looking forward to that. And yeah, that's it. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you next week. Bye.